Man can interview somebody who has no integrity. I'm fuck street shit because we're not talking about street shit. We're talking about integrity. A man can interview somebody who has no integrity, who has no honor, who has no morals, and he can give him a platform. He can give him a platform to explain why he's a sucker, right? And then he can make people who don't know the difference say, yo, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Because you standing next to somebody that they actually thought they respected. But you didn't realize that his whole thing is about making $1. He don't really have no integrity. He don't stand for nothing. There's no code or anything. He's willing to move the needle and change the definition of anything so that it benefits him. Right? So when you're watching a person like Wack, he is a victim of the culture, right? He watched the culture embrace sucker shit. So what he said is, fuck that. I'm gonna embrace the sucker shit too, and I'm gonna make some money off of it. I don't have to have integrity. I know that the shit I'm saying and doing don't really make sense. I know that none of this shit is real, but I'm gonna embrace it because I can make $1 off of it. I can utilize the same sucker shit that they doing, and I don't even care about my own integrity. Because for me, I don't care about integrity no more. Integrity means nothing to me. At this point, it's about me making money and being able to sustain my family and feed people, because integrity, what you stand on, honor, morals, principle, character, none of that shit means anything to him, right? So what has to happen is the people who understand that morals, values, principles, and character actually is what create manhood have to utilize these same platforms. We have to utilize these same platforms. We can't allow the term OG and big homie to be given to niggas who have not earned that title. A lot of these dudes that you gave OG title to or big homie was dojers. They were sent out on a dummy mission. They committed a crime, shot, stabbed somebody that looked just like them. Right? But they didn't know no better. They stabbed, shot, did all type of shit to somebody that looked just like them and sat in jail. And what they did was they took their responsibility, right? So that was the part. So when they took the responsibility and they manned up and they did their time or whatever, they came home given a status that they really never really earned. Only thing they did was go on a dummy mission, right? Most of them, there's a lot of it. Some of them, there was no thought process. So when you give somebody an OG and big homie, right? You got to be a thinker. You can't be a leader and a general and all this shit and you don't even have a thought process. Any man that tells you that because you call somebody a rat, who ratted, you're supposed to see that person and risk your freedom, your life, your everything, and attack that man, is nowhere near OG. That's not even common sense. Common sense tells you that don't make sense. If I call you a rat because you ratted, it's not on me to do anything. If I see that dude and say, yo, that dude right there is a rat, I'm prepared that you might feel a way and you might try to do something to me, right? I'm prepared. I understand that reality. I understand that you might feel a type of way, and I'm prepared to deal with that. But me attacking you and having to beat you up because I called you a rat makes absolutely no sense. And anybody who tells you that can't be an OG because it's not common sense. It's not common sense. A nigga wants you to go against your common sense to do some shit that you know makes no sense. But as a man of honor, when I see somebody that has lacked integrity trying to invade and deal in spaces, right, and benefit off the culture that is based off integrity, that's based off a street culture, and you violate all of the terms of the culture, every code, term, and everything of that culture, and then come back to that same culture and try to be embraced and try to benefit off that, I'm going to call you out and say that man is a rat. It is not on me to do something to you. I just got to separate myself and let every nigga around know, yo, that nigga's a rat, so they can be aware. Now you get to choose if you want to stand next to the rat. That's on you. If you want to sit and stand next to the rat, that's on you. But my job is to notify you, right? Because I'm not active in that no more. So I'm not running up on the rats, beating you up. I'm not doing that. But I'm going to notify every room that I'm in that you try to come and share the same space around niggas that I think deem are honorable and have some level of integrity. I'm going to notify them that you are a rat. So they have the opportunity and the knowledge to say whether they want to deal with you or not. And then they'll be judged by how they deal with you. But it's not my job to run up on you and do anything to you. It's not my job to do anything to you. It's only my job to inform and separate myself from you and let everybody else choose. Now, the minute that you try to do something to harm me, it's self-defense. My God-given right is to protect my life and protect my body. So the minute that you try to attack me, it's on. That's how this goes. I don't have to attack you because I called you a rat. I don't got to run. It ain't about violence. It's separating yourself. The rat should not inhabit the spaces of real rights. They should never feel comfortable within the spaces of real rights. So since we understand that the rats will tell and you'll probably lose your freedom, what you do is you separate yourself from the rats. You tell the real rights and other people around that that dude is a rat, to stay away from him. Now, if he feels some way about what you said, then it's on him. If I say, yo, you a punk, and you don't say nothing, and you don't do nothing about it, I don't got to beat you up because I said I said what I said. It's on you. You the one that feel disrespected. I don't feel disrespected. So any man that is telling you that because you acknowledge a rat and say that a man is a rat, that when you see that rat, that you have to do something physically to harm that rat, is not even logical. Fuck an OG or a big homie, they're not even logical. They're not worthy of it. Stop giving niggas titles of real right and OG that never earned that. These niggas is because the nigga face look hard, look like he been through war, and look like he been beat up a bunch of times, don't make you a real right. A lot of these niggas look tough and they not tough. They not tough, bro. They not. They not really, they don't stand on nothing. And they utilize a fake persona or image to gain clout. A lot of these niggas is industry tough. A lot of these niggas is industry real rights. A lot of these niggas don't have these conversations in the presence of men, face to face. They don't talk the way that they talk on the internet. And you can ask anybody that. I have the same conversations in the man's face that I have on the internet. And I don't even talk to you on the internet if I didn't talk to you in person first. So this is what I'm trying to say. Stop allowing these people to trick you. We are at a new day. We are no longer sitting around allowing suckers and fake OGs to misguide these kids. We out here trying to save their lives. Right? Nigga telling you that you need to run up on somebody because you call them a rat and risk your freedom and say, fuck that. It's on. You said I'm a rat. No, bro. You can say that somebody's a rat. You could call out a rat, a dishonorable individual, and let people know so they can stay away from the rat. It's just like, you know what it is? It's like when the rapists come home from jail and they notify, what is called Megan's Law, when they notify that the rapist is in the area. And if you find out the rapist is there, you ain't got to beat the rapist up, right? You just got to notify the people that the rapist is in the area. They notify you, your rapist live next door to you. That's the stain of it, right? That's the stain of the dishonorable shit that you do. When you rape somebody, they send all the neighbors and say, yo, the rapist live right next door to you. So we want you to know. So the rapist is always being watched, always on point. You can separate. You ain't got to do no business. You don't got to do nothing. You don't want your kids around them because you know that the motherfucker's a rapist. And that's the same stain that comes with being a rat. So when you notify somebody that's a rat, you don't got to put your hands on that person. You got to understand that that person might want to put their hands on you because the truth of the matter that they weak and dishonorable may anger them. So you got to be willing to deal with those consequences. That's the reality of the situation. But you ain't got to run and do no doja mission and jump on no windows to do nothing to a rat. Separate yourself. Let people know. Yo, that's a rat, bro. That dude is a rat. I know you're a good dude, an honorable dude, and I know you probably wouldn't associate with a rat. But even if you would, I'm just letting you know that's what he did. So now he got the opportunity and the choice to deal with him if he wants to. You know, it's a new day. We trying to save these kids' lives. We out here trying to give them real education. You know, and these people is giving the voice to rats to further discredit people and lie on them. Man went up there and said the man he told on himself. Dude that was supposed to be his friend, he told on him, and he said he told on himself. The dude called home yesterday and said, look, I got my paperwork, man. I ain't got to sit here and go through this. It's sad that we even have to have the the voice of a rat to try to discredit somebody else because they was weak. This is where this come to. But it's not gonna happen on my watch. So I'm gonna always be vocal. Every time I see sucker shit, I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna say something about it, and I'm willing to deal with whatever consequences come with being authentic. I ain't never ducking no smoke. I ain't running from no smoke. I don't want to, like 50 said, I don't want a problem. But when niggas say they don't want a problem, I say no problem. I don't want a problem. But when niggas say they want a problem, I say no problem. I'm not ducking nothing because I stand on authenticity and I stand on honor. Yes, I'm an activist. I fight every day because I want to see my people free. I'm fighting to change the trajectory and the mindset of these young boys. And I'm trying to do all those things. Yes, that is definitely true. But the reality of the situation is I'm a man first. And I stand on integrity and honor. And I always will.